champion, also known as the Crit Fisher Fighter. Not gonna lie, the damage sucks, but we're gonna look at some numbers anyways, and also at the end, I'll give a homebrew idea. Welcome to Pack Tactics, where we aren't the champions. But first, this video is sponsored by the Dragon's Bank Heist, a 40-page 5e adventure about stealing a dragon's egg from the Platinum Bank, which is one of the most secure banks in the multiverse. This is a level 10 to 15 adventure, but you can play hard mode and start at level 5 and go up to 10. Some of the encounter strategies are actually inspired by my videos, so tread carefully and shut down everything. There's 14 new monsters and variants to battle, including kobolds. There's also a volcano. You can throw the kobolds into lava. Kobold! Lava looks like lasagna! Gator, it is lasagna. Really? Absolutely, Gator. You should dive on in. Yay! Ow! Kobold, help me! There's new feats, backgrounds, and even a new rogue subclass called Art Thief. And you can find 6 new magic items in the adventure. There's even an editor set for you DMs out there. That's a lot of dead kobolds just to make that balloon. Anyways, this is very easy to run. You can get the adventure for $10 and the editor set for 15. We should absolutely support new publications in our scene, so check it out. I highly recommend it. It's good. Before we start, let's talk about basic crit. When you get a natural 20 on an attack roll, you crit. That's a 5% chance. With advantage, it's 9.75%. And then you roll the attack's damage dice twice, and then you add the relevant modifiers as normal. For example, you have a mace and 16 strength. That's a +3 modifier. When you crit, instead of rolling 1d6 plus 3, you instead roll 2d6 plus 3. I know majority of you already knew this. Now obviously, the more attack damage dice you have, the more impactful the crit will actually be. So to optimize specifically that, we're gonna use a greatsword. That's a 2d6 plus strength. Crit is 4d6 plus strength. Remember, we have a 5% crit chance, so what's the average crit damage then? Well, we can easily figure that out. It's 0.41. What about advantage? Well, then it's 9.75% crit chance, so the average crit damage is then 0.81. This math was with great weapon fighting, by the way. Anyways, as you can see, your crit damage is not even 1 average damage. These are 0-point numbers. The average tells a different story about crits. But you're a champion now. You now crit on a 19 or 20 on attack rolls. That's a 10% chance, and with advantage, it's 19%. We get these values. So now, only when you have advantage or use action surge, we will get an average crit damage above 1. This is even lower if you use any other weapon. When it comes to extra attack, it's just to multiply these values by 2, and then you'll get the crit damage values. If you're interested, you can find it yourself. But Kobold, what about Hex and Rogue levels and stuff? It helps the crit damage for sure, but these are d6s, so those are small increases. Per attack, I expect like 0.35 to 0.66 with advantage. What about Elven Accuracy? That's a 27.1% crit chance. That sounds good. But Elven Accuracy only works on attack rolls using Dex, so let's use a longbow. And here we have the values. Kobold! What? That's less crit damage than your featless greatsword fighter. What the heck? Piercer, same thing. It won't help the crit damage that much, but it will complement Elven Accuracy. I don't recommend it though, unless you have both Crossbow Expert and Sharpshooter first, because you have to understand, just because your crit chance and crit damage is high doesn't always mean you actually do a lot of damage. What about Smite? Smite is good with crits, but you won't have that many spell slots for it to be worth it. Lucky Feet! If you have advantage on one of your attacks and spend a lucky point, you'll get that 27.1% crit chance. With the greatsword, you'll get this. It's not as good as you think it is. You have 3 lucky points. Regain on a long rest. You can spend more lucky points to increase your crit chance, but I don't feel like finding it. Kobold, so there's no way to be powerful with this? I think I've said this before like a year ago. There's 2 types of power. Feeling powerful and being powerful. A rogue feels powerful, but it's the second weakest class in the game. And for some, the feeling itself is enough. And with this subclass, if you're lucky with the dice, it will make you feel powerful. Critting is super fun, but I enjoy actually being powerful rather than feeling. Anyways, we gotta move on. Remarkable athletes. Starting at 7th level, you can add half your proficiency bonus rounded up to any strength, dexterity, or constitution check you make that doesn't already use your proficiency bonus. In addition, when you make a running long jump, the distance you can cover increases by a number of feet equal to your strength modifier. So listen, this would be okay if it wasn't in the subclass and was instead a main feature you get for fighter. Why isn't this a main feature? I don't understand. Anyways, moving on. Additional fighting style. You're most likely just going to pick the one that gives you a +1 bonus to AC. This feature is boring and bad. Superior critical at level 15. Your weapon attacks score a critical hit on a roll of 18 or 20. Okay, so 15% crit chance. Advantage, it's 25.75%. With extra attack at level 11, these are the values we get for average crit damage. Same weapon, by the way, we're using a great sword with great weapon fighting. Keep in mind, your character is level 15 at this point. This is very late. The casters have 8th level spells at this point. Survivor, at 18th level, you attain the pinnacle of resilience in battle. At the start of each of your turns, you regain hit points equal to 5 plus your constitution modifier, if you have no more than half of your hit points left. You don't gain this benefit if you have 0 hit points. That half your hit points limitation is unnecessary. You're level 18. If you got this at lower levels somewhere, then it would be fine. Either way, the feature sucks at this level. The casters got 9th level spells last level. You've probably been true polymorphed into a dragon last level, because your subclass sucks. Conclusion, this is a subclassless fighter. The homebrew I would make is remove champion from the game. End of video. Remember to check out the Dragon's Bank Heist, and if you like what you see, they hope to earn your purchase. It's $10. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching. Bye bye!